Okay, so I actually tried doing this the other day and got interrupted, so I'm having to start over. Um, been wanting to put up a blog post for over a week, but it's been a little more complicated than it should be. Um, been having some issues that have prevented me from being able to type very well or um, hold a camera or iPad or whatever. Um, and I had to send my computer out to be fixed. So, got a lot of things going against me today. Um, but the biggest challenge this past week, almost like a week and a half, has been, and I don't know how well people are going to be able to see this because it's not too bad right now, but I've got a pretty distinct tremor going on. This is actually pretty mild at the moment. It gets severe enough that if I try and type, I'm not hitting keys correctly. It is severe enough that you can actually hear it in my voice at times. I can feel it in my legs, my arms, pretty much everywhere, but the hands are the worst, and when I try and hold something, oh, this is kind of heavy, so it's not going to do it, but say I try and hold a pen, I cannot keep steady. My handwriting has gotten horrendous over the past week. All this is a result of being back up on steroids. So people probably know that at the end of May, whatever, somewhere in there, I ended up in the hospital for a few days because of a reaction to the immunotherapy that I was given. I actually did a video when I was in there. And they sent me home on a very high dose of steroids. And from there, they started dropping them down, which is normal, typical. You don't want people on steroids for long periods of time. So as they dropped the steroids, what ended up happening is about a week and a half ago, Thursday, so not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before, I started to develop a little bit of a rash. Not a big deal, a couple spots, whatever. Went to see my oncologist on Friday. It had spread quite a bit, but still not a huge deal. They decided they wanted to start my steroids back up again and see if that stopped the progression of the rash. By Saturday morning, the rash had spread to my face. By Saturday afternoon, my entire chest was solid red. Just one big, giant rash. All the way down my legs, torso, back, spreading up my face. The oncologists recommended I go to the ER, and that was so that I could get admitted for observation. So I went to the ER, sat there for a while, was quarantined for my own safety. But yeah, basically they closed me in a room, and nobody came in without a mask. They were pretty much assuming that I was probably contagious with something, but I wasn't. By Saturday night, the top of my head was itching. The bottom of my feet had signs of rash. My palms, every inch of me had signs of rash. And it was just getting worse and worse and worse and becoming more and more of a solid state than an actual rash. So I get admitted. I am given a high dose of steroids at like 8:30 at night, which I don't recommend because you don't sleep at all. And then I was given more steroids in the morning. So Sunday was a fun day because I was completely manic. Could not keep my hands still. Could not hold anything. Holding a glass of water, I had to use both hands because I was either going to shake so bad that it tipped over, fell over, dropped, whatever, or I had the weirdest feeling that, like, my arm would just, like, spastically move on its own and, like, throw a cup that I was holding across the room. Didn't want to do that, so continued to just kind of sit in the hospital and putz around and be bored. Tried to watch movies, shows, kind of wandered down the YouTube rabbit hole repeatedly. Still feeling like I was jumping out of my skin, and not feeling like myself at all. On Sunday, I actually requested 2 Benadryl and an Ativan to try and calm my system down. And after taking those, you'd think that would just, I'd be sound asleep. No. Like 3 hours later, I was calmer, but not myself at all, which was really interesting. And I'm still not back to being myself. I'm still feeling bleh. But so I was in until Tuesday, and I was doing they switched me to, instead of IV steroids, they were giving me pills on Monday and Tuesday because they wanted to make sure I was on the pills before I went home. Rash had gotten insanely itchy, so I was also doing Benadryl and Zyrtec to try and combat the itching, and I was given 2 steroid creams to use twice a day, and another cream that's kind of like a camphor anesthetic type thing, that I could use like 4 or 5 times a day, to try and prevent this crazy itch. And I just kind of, whatever, put up with it. Tuesday, they discharged me. My oncologist is keeping me on 90 milligrams of prednisone for now, which is a crazy high dose. And so I have this tremor that doesn't want to go away right now. Like I said, not so bad. Yesterday it was really bad. The first few days home up until this Saturday, couldn't really eat. Everything I ate just made me feel disgusting. When I saw my oncologist on Friday, they decided they want me to see a GI to check and see if I have an ulcer from all the steroids that I'm taking. So I get to go tomorrow and get an endoscopy. So sedated, camera shoved down my throat to see if I have an ulcer from the crazy high amounts of steroids they've been giving me, because those kill your digestive system. I still have the rash. I'm not sure how visible it is, so you can kind of see my chest is all red. I don't know if you can tell on the arms even. Oh yeah, you can see it on the back of the arm. Oh, and then there's that lovely bruise, because they have to give you heparin shots so you don't get a blood clot while you're in the hospital. And the heparin shots bruise like nobody's business. Oh, and prednisone makes you more prone to bruising, and bruising lasts longer. So, yeah, hey, got that going. The best part of all of this is Matt and I were supposed to go see Live and Push last Tuesday, the day that I got out of the hospital, in Boston. And we'd been waiting for this. I got the tickets this minute I could. We were so excited for it. And because of everything, we didn't get to go. So we did manage to get somebody the tickets, and they went and had fun. And the tickets were used, and we're happy about that, but I'm still pissed off that I did not get to go to that concert. This whole week has been weird, where I either don't feel good stomach-wise, or I'm super duper shaky. Yesterday I was actually able to eat like a normal person, but I could not, like I was borderline manic all day. Just couldn't keep still, couldn't, like I tried, my hands wanted to do something, but couldn't, like even playing a video game was too much because it was too much fine motor skills that I just didn't have access to. I have no fine motor skills right now. My handwriting is illegible, which is great because I've been trying to keep notes on everything that's going on since I started this trial. And now I can barely read them, but oh well, we'll figure that one out when it needs to be figured out. So yeah, I saw my oncologist on Friday. They're keeping me on 90. I'm supposed to talk to them today. They might drop it down to 80 milligrams. So yeah, I'm going out fast. And then from there, I don't even know. But they had me do blood work today. I have an endoscopy tomorrow. And then I go in on Friday for more blood work and potentially some treatment. I don't know right now. I'm not on anything. The infusion meds are both off the table for the moment. The immunotherapy is off the table, probably for good. And the other one is off the table because it can impede healing, and where I've been on the steroids, which will also impede healing, they didn't want to mix the two. Now, they don't know if my rash is from the immunotherapy that I got, or if it's from the other drug that I've been taking pill form. So I'm off that for now, and when the rash clears up, and they're sure it's not coming back, they will start me on that again, and if it shows up, they'll stop it because that means I'm having an allergic reaction to that med. So that's kind of the update. So basically, all my treatment is on hold at the moment. It's been crazy couple weeks. In all my previous rounds, I've not had to be hospitalized, and this one, it's twice in 3 weeks. So this round is definitely a little more shitty than the other ones. I think that's a fair assessment. You know, I'm still feeling okay, and I was thinking I was gonna start trying to get back to work, and then ended up in the hospital. So, yeah, now I'm not doing that again. So now we're back to unemployed and not even being able to do anything for a while because the tremors get in the way. So we'll see what happens. But that is the update for now. I don't want to bore you guys, so I will cut it there. I think that's pretty much everything for the update. Probably. So yeah, I'll end it here. I'm filming this on my iPad, and I have no idea how I'm going to post it because I'm not good at this, but hopefully I will be able to post this to the blog quickly and go from there. So yeah, I'll try and include some pictures of the rash because it was really funky. Not gross, just funky. But yeah, alright, I guess I'll talk to you guys later.